I've been let down. Um, Skate is a game that I and many people like me looked forward to heavily. I really thought it was going to be something amazing, breathtaking. I didn't think it was going to be necessarily like a masterpiece, but as much as a racing sim could be a racing sim to someone, I expected Skate to be to a skater. And it wasn't. It's only in early access. I want to preface this and say, yes, it's only in early access and everything like that, but the early access is laying the foundation for what we can expect from the game, and it's upsetting. Now, I want to go over the positives before I get into it, because we all know I'm going to get into what makes the game so disappointing, obviously. But the game has a lot of things for it, such as the animation for just about every action you can make feels believable. The flicking of the board, the stepping on and off of it, the running around, even to a degree, the wacky little roly-poly thing you can do feel believable. It feels like a person, like you're controlling someone. And that's one thing it has over like Skate 3. Skate 3 was a sandboxy game, but it left out that weighty feeling that the first two before it had. And I think the new Skate brings that out. That being said, it makes the tricks feel like actual skate tricks. They feel right. They look beautiful. They look clean. They all kind of go together in one motion. Granted, the controls don't really respond, and I've seen people. There's my cat. I've seen people describe it as. What? I've seen people describe it as controlling someone one beer away from blacking out. And when I first started playing the game, I kind of shared the same sentiment. It felt weird. It felt really odd, but there's no like animation canceling. You're not just gonna snap between different things. It definitely sets like a weird feeling. Like if you played the old games, it's gonna feel weird. There's no. I mean, I really don't know because I wasn't a trick lining type of person, but it doesn't seem like there would be any easy way of trick lining. But it definitely feels clunky at times, but I think it just means you need to be more, what's the word for it? A bit more purposeful with the inputs you make and the tricks you're going for. You can't really just throw out any trick and always land it like in the old, like in Skate 3 or anything, which is ironic because it's kind of like oriented towards beginners. The whole like main storyline seems to be kind of to tell you how to play the game, which I'm not a fan of, to be honest. Like most games, when you open it up, you have a tutorial or not a tutorial. You can kind of choose. This game, not really. It's the main missions literally are the tutorial, which doesn't make sense. Hopefully, maybe after early access they actually have like some type of missions or something, but I just don't see that happening. That being said, the main missions, like the AR trails that you follow or whatever it's called, and the task and little objectives that you do are kind of the same thing. It's just one is kind of less forgiving, which is like the task that you do going around and collecting bearings. I feel like I kind of got off of giving the game benefits, but it's kind of hard to, I'll be honest. The best thing about it is how it feels and the fact that you can skate around with other people and things like that. That being said, I'll get into my real thoughts about it. So, right off the bat, the game feels empty. It feels soulless. Like there's nothing to it admire. To be honest, like to have fun with the game almost feels like trying to scroll on TikTok. Uh, you're constantly trying to jump from one thing to the next thing just to get some excitement about it. Now, the game does capitalize on the fact that some of the best parts, I mean, for me, I had about the old skate games is that you could just kind of go skate, which is it's literally just a skate. I mean, it's a skate game. That's the point. It's like playing Madden and being like, yeah, the best part's playing football. I get, you know. But my point is like, in the old ones, you had certain events. You know, there's certain things you just can't do. Obviously, you can free roam and skate, but to have an event, obviously, you need the game to contribute. So in like Skate 3, you have jam sessions and contests and stuff like that. Street contest, then you had a transitional skating contest and everything, and that made it feel pretty awesome. I loved the idea of going to contests and everything. Because when you play something like Session, which is a game I do really enjoy, you can't do any of that. You just kind of go mess around with spots and everything. So it leads you to wonder what's the point of Skate? We have Session, we have Skater XL. Why do we need another game to roll around and skate on? It's just to capitalize off the name, clearly. I mean, look at it. Soulless, nothing, barely any effort. It's just, we're going to slap the Skate name on it, say it's something new, and hope people come flocking. And flock they are. I mean, there's plenty of people defending how little there is in the game. You know, I was reading comments under a post, and there was people vehemently going to bat for it, about how, mind you, no real argument other than just saying it's not soulless. And it is. There's no, just because it has a vibe doesn't mean that vibe is alive. You know what I mean? There's nothing there. It's genuinely hard to kind of like tell what kind of style it's going for, because there's like this mix of like street graffiti-esque type of style, and then there's the AI voice, which I don't know if it's actually AI. It's just like it's a robot and everything, and it's just giving you like super robotic, like that was a nice trick, hooray, and stuff like that. So it makes you wonder, like, what's the point? And I gotta say, like, while I'm playing it, genuinely trying to feel the game, you know, trying to see what they're really going for. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm just hating. You know, maybe it's just nostalgia, like everyone else says. But there's nothing. You know, I play it and there's just nothing. And like people arguing about microtransactions. A lot of people's argument is, but there's plenty of free things you can get. There's not. You have like 50 boxes and there's maybe like 5 things in each of them, and then they're all stupid. It's like the equivalent of Fortnite where they give you like the emoticons and sprays. Who uses that? And then there's like a couple t-shirts that you might like, and then a bunch of random, like, you're gonna open a box 5 times to get a white t-shirt. Really? All the stuff like that you would actually want, all the brands and everything like Skate 3 had, you have to pay at least $2.50 a pop to get those. Which, mind you, you can't just spend $2.50. The minimum you can spend is $10. So it's pretty trash. But for a beanie, $2.50 for an in-game beanie. You fucking serious? Come on. That's so lame. But yeah, I really think it's just slop, to be honest. It really is. But I just want some of the people who keep defending this game to just admit that it is just what it is. It's soulless. It's boring. It's just mid game. Now, that doesn't mean it's not fun. You know, a game can have zero art style, zero soul, but not, it'd still be fun. But it's only really fun if you have friends or if you just really like skating. That's about it. Or if you're like 12 years old and get a huge kick out of ragdolls, then have fun. Even the ragdolls kind of suck, I'm not gonna lie. Your character flies, they hit the ground with like no sound effects or anything. It's just, in which I guess you're just supposed to be like, oh well, funny Parsifal. I don't know, caveman brain. It can be entertaining when you have like a group of friends and you're all just doing stupid stuff, and it happens under like certain scenarios. Yeah, it can be entertaining, but that's about it. And it only lasts for like 5 minutes. It's not like you're gonna fall 50 times and be like, man, oh shoot, man, that never gets old. Just throwing a character around. It gets old quick. And the map's not that big. It's not that diverse, I guess. I haven't really explored much of it, but I've gone into a few of the sections, and it's kind of hard for me to pick up on like how different they really are. Like, I accidentally went in from the first zone into the second one and had no idea, because they just look the same, to be honest. Whereas in like Skate 3, when you're in a different area, because you have like the university, you have the super ultra mega park, obviously, but you had the quarry and all of that. You had sections that look completely different. You had the rusty shipyard place and all of that. It had so much more to it. And then, not to mention the first game with its style and everything like that, you knew these things you didn't have to search for. It was a game, and it gave it to you like a game, all with the side platter of being able to just go around and skate. The new Skate has none of that. It has nothing, to be honest. You get in, you do the tutorial, and then you just keep doing the tutorial. It's boring, in my opinion, but the game is fairly fun, I guess. But it's just a boring game, to be honest, and it's a huge letdown. There's nothing about skate culture in it besides brands. That should tell you everything you need. And I think we need to take this as a look at gaming as a whole and how much we defend the bare minimum. It's like an abusive relationship. It's really bad, but that's really all I wanted to say. Have a good one.